Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
And we're following breaking news as President Trump comments for the very first time about his controversial decision to fire James Comey as FBI director. But first, a horrific story happening right here at home as 5 people are killed after a devastating wreck in Livingston County. We've also learned that 3 more people are in extremely critical condition at this hour. It's a story that we've been following for you all morning long on Local 4 News today. Rob Maloney live in Osceola Township now, where that crash happened right at M59 and Argentine. Rob, police just updated us about the situation moments ago. Do we know what led up to this accident?
Yeah, hi, Evrod. You know, we're moved over here to the Brighton State Police Post, where just about 10 minutes ago we finished up our press conference with the MSP, and they didn't have much more to add to this. But even what we do know now, it still makes this an exceptionally sad story. It happened about 13 hours ago, just before 11 o'clock last night, and it was 2 cars meeting at Argentine and M59 in Osceola Township, as you said, and we'll show you some of the video of this. It was a horrifying accident. Both cars were sent over to the southwest corner. What we're told is that one car driving southbound on Argentine Road, moving at a very high rate of speed, blasted past a stop sign and hit this other car going eastbound on M59. Now, here is the roster of the deceased, only by bare minimum identifications at this point. There were 4 people in each vehicle. The deceased from the car that was going eastbound on M59 was a 70-year-old male and female. They were from Macomb Township, we're told, and also a 36-year-old female in that car. The driver of that car was a 36-year-old male. He is in critical condition, having been flown to U of M Hospital in Ann Arbor. The southbound car had 2 people die in it, a front seat passenger and a rear seat passenger. We don't have the specifics on that just yet. We're working on that. But that is the fatalities at the scene, and obviously a chaotic scene at the time. Let's hear from Lieutenant Mario Gonzalez now from Michigan State Police, talking about the scene as it was as the officers got there.
Emergency responders were on the scene pretty quick. It was pretty chaotic for the first police officers on the scene. As soon as the ambulance got there, they took the surviving driver that was in the what we would say that was southbound to the hospital, and he immediately went into surgery.
Now, we're also told that one of the other victims in this, who was ejected from the car, also accompanied the driver to the hospital down in Ann Arbor. There is a lot to cover here. There's so much to know and so much to learn. The state police still haven't been giving out a lot of detail, but we're certainly going to be working on that this afternoon, and we should have updates at 4, 5, and 6. Reporting live in Brighton, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Rod, thank you. Also breaking at this hour, President Trump making his first public comments about his controversial decision to fire James Comey as FBI director. Now, he just spoke to the press just a little while ago during a photo op at the White House, where he was pressed about the decision to fire Comey and the timing of that decision. Listen.
Why did you fire Director Comey? Why did you fire Director Comey?
Because he wasn't doing a good job, very simply. He was not doing a good job.
And there you have it. The president also met with Russia's top diplomat, making his highest level face-to-face contact with a Russian government official since taking office. This is a photo that was tweeted out by Russian officials from the meeting. Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov arrived at the White House and entered from its exclusive West Executive entrance, out of range for reporters to ask any questions. However, he just addressed reporters right now. In fact, you're looking live right now as his comments at the Russian embassy, just finishing there. In the meantime, Democrats and Republicans on Capitol Hill are stunned today over President Trump's firing of FBI Director James Comey. And now many lawmakers are calling for a special prosecutor to investigate possible Trump campaign ties to Russia. NBC's Jennifer Johnson has our story from Washington.
Secretary of State Rex Tillerson with Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov this morning hit with some of the firestorm over the dismissal of FBI Director James Comey.
Was he fired? You are kidding. You are kidding.
President Trump now facing outrage after firing Comey, while the FBI was investigating possible ties between Russia and the Trump team during the U.S. election.
We know Director Comey was leading an investigation in whether the Trump campaign colluded with the Russians. a serious offense. Were those investigations getting too close to home?
Democrats had blasted Comey for reopening the Hillary Clinton email investigation in the final weeks of the campaign. Today, Mr. Trump defended his decision, tweeting, "Comey lost the confidence of almost everyone in Washington, Republican and Democrat alike. When things calm down, they will be thanking me."
The reputation of this department has been under major scrutiny, taking a big hit. We need to restore credibility back there.
But now lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are calling for a special prosecutor to continue the Russia investigation.
Only a prosecutor can bring criminal charges and hold accountable the people who may have committed treason or fraud or lied to the FBI.
That decision will fall on Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein.
Can you tell us why you made this recommendation to the president?
Who the White House says was behind Comey's dismissal. Comey was reportedly blindsided by his firing. He was in Los Angeles about to give a speech when the news broke. Jennifer Johnson, NBC News, Washington.
Developing this afternoon, a news conference underway right now, in fact, about an officer-involved shooting in Brighton Township. The shooting happened on Spencer Road near Old US 23, right at the Old Michigan State Police Brighton post. Investigators not saying much right now, but according to a state police news release, one person is in custody being treated at a local hospital. Of course, we'll keep you updated with new information as that press conference continues. Well, we're getting our first look at the man suspected in an Ann Arbor home invasion and sexual assault. 30-year-old Shams Tabriz is charged with first-degree criminal sexual conduct and 2 counts of assault and battery. Investigators say that last weekend he broke into a woman's Ann Arbor apartment and sexually assaulted her in the middle of the night. The victim was just 19 years old and was a University of Michigan student. We are now getting into the second day of testimony in the trial of the man accused of killing Chelsea Bruck. Daniel Clay is his name, and he's charged with second-degree murder in connection to Bruck's death back in 2014. Today, the jury heard from detectives who testified about the evidence collected. And at one point, a detective described the condition of Bruck's Halloween costume when her body was found.
Was there anything about the costume that drew your attention?
Well, when we examined it, we immediately noticed a discoloration in the front chest area, which we suspected may have been blood. And then we also had noticed that the shoulder straps and the crotch area was either cut or torn.
Now, the defense maintains Bruck's death was an accident. We do have a crew in the courtroom for you. We're going to bring you new developments from this trial throughout the day right here on Local 4. All right, we want to let you know about a Help Me Hank recall for you this afternoon. 4th Street Barbecue Incorporated Packing Division recalling their Save a Lot Pick 5 mix and match chicken and waffle sandwiches. There they are on your screen. The waffles in those sandwiches might be contaminated with listeria. The FDA says that so far no illnesses have been reported, but we do want to let you know the product was sold nationwide at Save a Lot stores. And for more information, go to the Help Me Hank page on the consumer tab of clickondetroit.com. Let's talk about the forecast now and all things weather related, as we've got meteorologist Brandon Rue out in Southfield today, right at the 2017 Winterfest with our good friend Owly. Brandon.
Yes, Owly is here, and we will be seeing Owly shortly. But Weatherfest here at the library, the big public library in Southfield, our second year. We're very proud to be a part of the group creating young meteorologists, kind of the point of this today. And I'll warn you that the building is a little empty right now. We are sort of on lunch break. We've had school tours through here this morning, opens to the public at 1:45. And again, that group effort between the city of Southfield, Local 4, the National Weather Service, Red Cross. We even have State Farm Insurance here talking to moms and dads and kids about how to stay safe in the house when it comes to all things weather related. And we'll talk more about Weatherfest and how you can be a part of it coming right up. But let's get you set on this Wednesday afternoon. What a beauty we have. We've got a temperature of about 60 degrees, fairly light wind, southeast at 7. The only issue, perhaps, the east siders getting that east wind today, just slightly cooler, but visibility is good. The clouds will thin out a little bit. We'll get into some afternoon sunshine and a little bit of a milky sky cover at times, but middle 60s through the afternoon and warming things up a good 5 degrees from where we were yesterday. As we head into Thursday, we have a chance for some rain and thunder showers. And again, we'll talk more about that, more about 2017 WeatherFest creating young meteorologists here in Southfield. I'm live at the big public library right off Evergreen Road, inviting everybody to come out and see us. Evrod will have more coming up.
All righty, Brandon. It looks like a lot of fun. So to come here at noon, a Washington state tunnel collapse renews safety concerns about a nuclear site. Find out why some are saying worker safety must be the priority. Plus, fists fly. Southwest Airlines, the latest airline to face some trouble. We'll tell you how this brawl started. And in case you're just joining us, President Donald Trump made his first public comments about his controversial decision to fire James Comey as FBI director. This was made just moments ago. President Trump saying, quote, he was not doing a good job. He also met with Russia's foreign minister, Sergei Lavrov, his most important face-to-face contact with a Russian government official since taking office. We're back in a moment.
Did you know?
Welcome back. Germany will tighten economic sanctions against North Korea over its nuclear program. Berlin plans to ban North Korea from leasing properties that belong to its embassy in the heart of the German capital. Now, North Korea currently runs a low-cost hotel next to its Berlin embassy. The new sanctions would mean North Korea would have to close that hotel. Well, check this out. One man was arrested, another man injured after this fight on board a Southwest Airlines plane. Now, this latest unruly flight incident happened on Sunday after a flight from Dallas landed in L.A. Cell phone video went viral after the altercation between the two men was posted on social media. The men were seen wrestling while passengers and even a flight attendant tried to break up the fight. Thankfully, they were successful, and Southwest now thanking its employees for reacting so quickly to this. The collapse of an underground tunnel containing radioactive waste is renewing some safety concerns about the site. A tunnel in Washington state containing rail cars full of nuclear waste collapsed yesterday morning. Fortunately, though, no workers were in the tunnel at the time, but the surrounding area was evacuated as a precaution. So far, no radiation has been detected, but the site made plutonium for nuclear bombs for decades after World War II. Just glad that nobody was hurt. So to come here at noon, we're Brandon Rue live at Southfield Library there at WeatherFest to tell us all about this Thursday thunder.
We have a chance, yes. WeatherFest 2017 happening here in Southfield. It's all about partnerships, and part of that is the National Weather Service and their mascot, Owlie Skywarn. We're proud to be partners with for WeatherFest. And yes, your chance for Thursday thunder. Owlie, we're going to be all right? Coming up.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We are talking weather right now with meteorologist Brandon Rue, and not just weather, not just the forecast. We're talking about the Southfield WeatherFest that's going on right there at the library off Evergreen Road. Brandon Rue is joined by Owlie, our good friend Owlie, this afternoon.
See Owlie behind me? Yes, absolutely. WeatherFest is all things weather, creating, inspiring young meteorologists, and we'll talk more about it. It is not open to the public until 1:45 this afternoon, but then grab the grandkids, the nieces, nephews, the kids, bring them down here, and you are in for a treat. I do want to get to the weather real quickly here and get you set for the rest of the weekend into the big Mother's Day weekend. Currently looking at temperatures in the upper 50s to low 60s. Adrian and Howell both at 61, 56 in Grosse Ile. Again, areas closer to the big bodies of water on the east side, just a little bit cooler with those winds coming off of the big lake. 64 degrees for today, a nice mix of sun and lazy, hazy high clouds. No rain in the forecast today, but overnight that does change. We have some wet weather moving in after midnight. Rain, isolated thunder, nothing crazy. You take a look at the satellite and radar, we're looking good as we widen out the view here. There's some wet weather out west as you look over the plains, and coming out of the Pacific Northwest, there is rain and thunder showers. Again, none of this terribly turbulent right now, and especially as it comes through here in the overnight hours, not expecting anything crazy. But we have the model here set at, that's tomorrow morning. This should have started at about midnight, and we do expect probably by 2 a.m. rain and isolated thunder may get awakened quickly by the kids tugging on the blankets. What is that? It's just a little lightning, nothing crazy. And then as we look ahead to the afternoon hours tomorrow, it gets drier, but with the rain and clouds, probably only upper 50s. 62 on Friday looks good, flirting with 70 degrees both Saturday and Sunday. Race for the Cure and Mother's Day, and it looks like the rain chance will be late Saturday, early Sunday, so we get through both days on the drier side. Again, WeatherFest 2017, and Rich Pullman is joining me now from the National Weather Service out of White Lake here in Oakland County. And Rich, you're a big part of getting this all organized. What is it all about for you guys?
Yeah, it's about teaching our young kids about meteorology, getting them interested in the field, getting them interested in science and math just in general. And also anyone can come out here and learn about how to be prepared for severe weather, learn some ways that we're forecasting the weather, and to just stay safe at home.
And we have some cool visuals as well. That always works well with the kids. Yes. Adults too, though, of course. Definitely. So what kind of stuff are you guys showing off?
Well, we got our flood model here. Of course, in Michigan, we started off with a lot of swamps and wetlands like our sponges here. But we've replaced that in Metro Detroit with a lot of urban centers, parking lots, subdivisions. So we got this concrete. We have our thunderstorm here, dropping all the heavy rain on Metro Detroit, and you see that water runs off immediately into the river system, and we end up with flooding conditions as that water rises through our rivers. It continues to rise, and all of a sudden we have homes that are impacted, highways that are closed, and we have to deal with our metro landscape with more and more increasing heavy rainfall events in Metro Detroit. And we've seen those floods over the past several years, how they've been increasing across Metro Detroit. And this is an opportunity to talk about flood safety and just exactly how it is that we're getting more floods here in the metro area.
So get your questions ready for Rich, for myself. Ben Bailey will be out here as well today. Again, it's the National Weather Service, local for the city of Southfield, a big active partner here as well. The Red Cross, State Farm. So addressing all angles of how weather can impact you and the family. And we're getting into that severe weather season. I know Rich has that on the forefront and talking about severe weather. And it does seem that the big flooding rains and strong windstorms seem to be what plagues us the most. So again, come on out, 1:45 p.m. From now until then, there are school groups coming in, but it'll be open to the public, maybe after school. Bring everybody on out here. We'd love to see it. WeatherFest 2017. Young meteorologists in the making out here, Evrod. The Southfield Public Library, right between 696 and the Lodge on Evergreen.
Sounds good, and we hope that everybody will stop on by. Brandon, thank you. So to come here at noon, looking for snacks. Yeah, you heard me right. One bear goes to extreme measures for a warm, delicious brownie. And the pictures, you just have to see to believe. Keep it here. Replay song. All right, so finally here at noon, I think you can probably relate to this just a little bit, especially when you hear this story. A homeowner finds the sweet smell of desserts baking in the oven leads to unwanted guests, and rightfully so. Take a look at this. You see what that is? The homeowner was baking brownies in her kitchen when she just looked over and realized that, wait, that is a big old black bear right at the kitchen door. The bear had been just tapping away right on the sliding glass door trying to get inside. Hopefully that sliding glass door was locked, but frightened, the homeowner backed away very slowly, left the kitchen, and likely the brownies as well. She ran across the street to a neighbor's house to get help. Police were called, and after several unsuccessful attempts to get in, the bear finally moved on. Have a great day, everybody.